NYYST. This is New York. Yankee sports talk. Swinging for the fences, knock it out the park. This is New York. Yankee sports talk. Christian and Chris, of course SGR. This is New York. Yankee sports talk, homie. New York. Yankee sports talk. Record, rain or shine. Grab your shades and umbrellas. NYYST. You're hanging with the fellas.
Welcome back. This is episode 294 of the NYYST podcast. I'm your host, Christian. We're live on NYYNewsTV to watch the latest fucking disaster that the Yankees are going to churn out here. And I'm joined by my co-host, Chris. Am I? Hello?
I was frozen. Did you just introduce me?
Yeah.
You?
What's up, bro?
Nothing good, man.
This is not going to, I mean, if you're looking for like a happy podcast, I don't know what to tell you. This is not going to be a happy podcast. The Yankees are trailing 1-0 right now. It's the top of the fifth inning. I mean, who do we kill first? Let's go with the most recent. And that's Aaron Hicks. The reason why the Yankees are trailing 1-0 right now is because Aaron Hicks thought he was doing a dance routine out in fucking center field, pirouetting around, spinning like a fucking ballerina, ball drops, leadoff triple, run scores. So right now, Gerrit Cole's allowed 2 hits through 4. Both can be very easily questioned as to whether or not the Rays have 4 hits. Well, that's how much I'm paying attention. But 2 of the hits can be very easily called into question here because IKF didn't make a play in the second inning, which cost Cole about 11 pitches. And, IKF, he's great because he hit a home run on Saturday. Congratulations. And then, you got Hicks, who I've never seen anything like that before in my life from a guy that's supposed to be a Major League Baseball player. And then Michael Kay, fuckboy Michael Kay is like, oh, he has a 0 outs above average, so that means that he's not Mike. Who you're the lead voice for this fucking ball club. You have to tell the fans like it is. Outs above average is 0, so he's average. What is he average at exactly? What is he average at? Can anybody answer that question for me?
Of course.
Are we having technical difficulties?
I am. I have to go upstairs. Can you hear me at least?
I can hear you. Yeah.
I'm just unstable.
Well, I think we're all unstable right now watching this team play.
Good. So you can cover the air while I get stable.
Yankees got a rally going in the bottom of the 4th inning. Andujar was second hit of the night. Yankees, a little small ball. Benintendi bunt single. It didn't work out with Trevino, but he's trying something there. Bunt. Then IKF with a little floater out into right field. Bases loaded. 1 out. Here comes Hicks. Double play. I mean, you cannot make it up how atrocious this guy is right now. He is on a 5 for 52 stretch over his last 15 games, which is worsened by the fact that he has Yankees can't turn the double play there, which is worsened by the fact that he has a 3-hit game in there. So take away that 3-hit game. He is just and they said it earlier in the game. All you need to know about what the Yankees think about Aaron Hicks is that they willingly traded Jordan Montgomery away to get a center fielder for him, for Jordan Montgomery. That they willingly traded Jordan Montgomery, one of the 5 best starting pitchers, knowing that they didn't have another deal in place. They still went ahead with it. That should tell you everything that you need to know about Aaron Hicks. Are you stable now?
I can hear you pretty well, but I'm not stable. I can't see you. You're frozen.
No, I'm not frozen. You're frozen.
No, you're frozen. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know, man. This is just a shit show. I mean, what more can we do at this point? You know, I
No,
guess I
there-
thought it was because I was outside, but I think my Wi-Fi is just messed up.
So, Cole's actually throwing a pretty solid game right here. He doesn't have the greatest control tonight, but he's still making do with it. He's pitched really well against the Rays this year. I mean, it sucks that the Yankees are trailing right now. You can blame the offense because they're not doing anything offensively. But you got to catch the ball. I mean, it's the least that you could do in a situation like that is to catch the ball and not confound the problem. And we lost Chris. So this is just the shit show the Yankees has leaked into the podcast here. So I'll stick with you as long as I can here. We'll hopefully get Chris back here. Cole 2-2 on 2-2 count here with a runner on. The problem with Cole, again, he's at 80 pitches in the fifth, and this has been a problem here with Gerrit Cole, is that he throws a lot of pitches and he can't get as deep into games, even when he's pitching well. It's been a very, very frustrating couple of weeks here. The Yankees just returned home after a 2-7 stretch. They went on the road they went 2-7. They win the first game in Seattle, and you're saying to yourselves, okay, maybe we can get something going here. They win 9-4. They score some runs. Oh, great. Aaron Hicks caught the ball. Congratulations. Really, nothing should be ever taken for granted when Aaron Hicks is playing these days. DJ LeMahieu's got inflammation. He hasn't played the last couple of days. Who God only knows if we're going to see DJ. He's been in a terrible slump, so I guess that inflammation in his foot is playing into that. It's just been a giant shit show for this team right now, and unfortunately, I guess you could say fortunately for the Yankees, is that the Toronto Blue Jays really have no interest in winning the American League East because they are losing pretty much every day with the Yankees. The lead is 9 in the loss column. I believe they're losing to the Orioles tonight up in Toronto. So, I mean, even if the Yankees lose again tonight, it looks like that the Orioles will help them out. But it's been frustrating here because then the one thing that you're waiting for, it's like you're waiting for a lot of things to happen with Gerrit Cole. And one of the things you're waiting to happen with Gerrit Cole here is to him to nut up and go toe-to-toe with another team's ace. And the Yankees drew Luis Castillo again up in Seattle. And Castillo goes 8 scoreless. Cole goes 7 scoreless. So he matched Castillo pitch for pitch pretty much. And what happens? I went to bed after the Yankees didn't score in the 9th inning. I said, I'm going to bed. I cannot watch them lose this game on a walk-off, which happened in, I believe, the 13th inning. And I watched the highlights, and Cole gets a Rosarena. Nope. Trevino cannot hold on to the foul tip there on a breaking ball. Oh, Chris is back. Okay, he's back.
Okay.
Yeah, Trevino had it, didn't have it. Oh, come on. You got it. That's long. He held it long enough. Yo, you know what? I'm ranting on everybody tonight, bro. Are you ready for this?
I'm at least I have to watch on my phone now, so at least we'll be, since Verizon Fios is 3 batters behind, we should be pretty even now. I didn't see the pitch yet.
The pitch that Trevino couldn't hold on to?
Yeah. I missed I just got it up on no. I'm saying it just came up on Yes Now. I missed it because I have to do the ad. I don't know why Yes Network, the app, doesn't add as you're clicking the game on.
Are you at the right count? Is it 1-2?
It's 1-2.
All right, so you're caught up at least. They're in a timeout right now. So Cole's trying to put away a Rosarena to get through the 5th here. He's at 85 pitches, and I was talking about this. That's a good pitch. That's a good pitch. He gets called down. Might have been a little low, but Rayburn owes it to the Yankees. And we're ranting on everybody tonight. I'm so pissed off. I have not been this mad about this team in a long, long time. And everybody's got to feel the wrath tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to start. Let's get DJ Rayburn out of the way. You fucking little fucking prick, DJ Rayburn, okay?
Okay.
Even if you feel that Anthony Rizzo did not make an attempt to get out of the way, who the hell makes that call?
I don't think it's an attempt to get out of the way. I think it's a movement that goes into the pitch.
Oh, come
So
on.
it's much more difficult to call didn't get out of the way, because I believe as long as you stay in the batter's box and you don't move your body, I don't know. His call, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe his call was the motion Rizzo made with his knee.
Rizzo should have knocked him out.
And my biggest issue is that it looked like a slider to me.
It was a breaking ball for sure.
And when that ball's coming out of the pitcher's hand, it looks like it's about to hit you in the ass. So he's probably turning to get hit in the good part of the ass there and not in a bony part. So how do you make that call?
That's just a piece of shit little fucking prick move to make that call. Nobody calls that shit.
Yeah, the problem is Rizzo stands so close to the plate that it almost looked blatant, but it wasn't. And it was a shit call, in my opinion.
And honestly, Rizzo should have just cold cocked him right there. Just should have fucking laid him out.
But I'm sorry, bro. Even if he doesn't get called out.
No, Josh Donaldson does. Josh Donaldson would have hit into a double play there.
Right.
Sure.
So
now,
what are we mad at here?
No, actually, you know what? I'm giving Josh Donaldson too much credit for making contact in a situation like that.
I mean, you just had bases loaded. What happened? Did they score? Was there a bad call that prevented them from scoring?
Yeah, there was a bad call that prevented
the call to put Aaron Hicks in the lineup
in the
again.
Fucking lineup.
Yeah,
that was the bad.
Yeah, and whose fault is that?
I don't know what's going on. Is there cheering going on? Did somebody run onto the field?
I don't know. I see some douchebag woman with a "That's Baseball Season" shirt on.
Looked like she was packing a heater too.
She looked like she just did fucking a vial of heroin, is what she looked like.
Gleyber Torres is up here, I didn't even know this was possible, because this is how much I pay attention to analytics. He has a negative weighted runs created in August. Negative.
Who?
I didn't even know that was possible.
Who?
Gleyber Torres.
That's really good. That means you're good, right?
His OPS in August is under 300.
Did he break the game?
What do you mean, did he break the game?
You never saw what was the movie? Someone help me out. What fucking movie was that, man? What's that mean, new high score? Did I break the game? What movie is that from? Grandma's Boy. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he sucks again. And we just got done praising the guy.
Who?
Torres. I mean, we talked about how much different of a player he looks like this year, right?
Yeah, no.
But you can't have this. You can't have this. Then you're right back to what you were to me.
No, he completely erased anything that he did before the All-Star break.
Because it's such a drastic fall off.
And he'll ground out here to third and make the play. Okay.
It's crazy to me that like these guys they don't go into like slumps. Like Judge might be the only guy who goes into a normal slump. Okay. Other than that, Torres just falls off the face of the earth.
No, they all do.
They all do. Crazy.
So Aaron Judge is up. I mean, when I was watching the game on Saturday night, Fox was doing the game, and thank God John Smoltz wasn't doing it, because I think I might have.
He sucks.
I think I might have fucking headbutt my TV, but Cutter fucking Crawford struck him out, and Joe Davis ejaculated in the booth like he just fucking found a fucking cure for cancer. Yeah. Like I can't, like, these things are exaggerated when the Yankees aren't playing well. Like every little thing that annoys you is just exaggerated when the Yankees aren't playing well.
Yeah, of course.
And it's not even that they're not playing well, Chris. They're bad.
They're the second worst team in baseball,
behind
the Tigers.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you want to know how many, Aaron, in that time span that the Yankees have been playing the same type of baseball the Tigers have, Aaron Judge has the same amount of home runs as the Tigers ball club does total.
Yeah.
Like that's not a joke.
No, right? I know. So a couple of people in the chat, and this is a great point. Okay. It's bad enough that Torres has fallen off the face of the earth, right? What's worse than that? What's worse than Torres falling off the face of the earth?
I don't know. There's a lot of things.
I don't know. Batting him leadoff, maybe. How's that? How's Torres not existing but also leading off?
I don't know what they look at.
It's crazy, man.
I don't understand.
I don't understand who sits in the room and goes, yeah, you know what, guys, this is a good idea.
Beeks is a left-hander, right? If I'm not mistaken, isn't he lefty? And then they knew they were bringing. That's the only thing I could think of, is that they didn't want Benintendi leading off because they knew that they were going to throw 2 lefties in this game.
Come on.
It's the only thing I could think of. It makes absolutely zero sense.
Doesn't matter when the guy who's batting righty instead can't hit anything.
The Yankees have one. If Aaron Judge doesn't hit a home run, the Yankees don't score.
Yeah, it's bad, man. And I want to be wrong, but I just don't think I am. I think this team. Oh, I am wrong about one thing. I thought when they were playing over their heads, I thought that was genuinely what they were going to be. I was fooled.
Yeah, but they're not this bad. They're not this bad.
Why?
They're just because this is too bad. Like this is too bad.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Just like you saying they were playing too good. This is too bad.
But here's
somewhere
the thing,
in the middle.
Here's the thing, though. Their weaknesses are exploited by their own management. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, we've been saying that for years, bro.
Right? I mean, this team is this bad. You want to know why? You want to know why they're this bad? Because they're managed poorly. And I'm not talking about Aaron Boone necessarily. I'm talking about everything from the top down.
No, they trade for Andrew Benintendi and they bat him 6th.
Right. Who's doing that? Don't sit there and tell me it's Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman has nothing to do with it. You can't tell me that.
No, you can't. Honestly, I'm not.
And you know what? Still Cashman's fault then for hiring him again.
Well, yeah. I mean, we talked about that. He was, if he was going to let Aaron Boone go, he was going to bring in another guy that he could dictate the lineup to. And Aaron, you could say I'm a baseball guy, bro, but you don't fucking show it with these lineups that you put out there.
No, you don't. You don't. And that's really what it comes down to. I mean, there's so many fucking people out there that want to defend Brian Cashman to me. And man, like I said, even if it's all Aaron Boone, even if Cashman gives Aaron Boone free reign over these lineups, it's still Brian Cashman's fault. Who signed him back? Who wants him here? Who thinks he's a great manager? Look, I like Aaron Boone. I hated not liking him this past year. I like defending him again because I really don't mind Boone. I don't think Boone is the problem. Maybe if I felt Boone was the problem, I'd hate him a lot more. But it's not Boone. Boone is not the issue. He might be one of the issues.
He's a manifestation of a larger issue.
He might be one of the issues, but like you said, like I said, even if Boone was gone, who's coming in to replace him? Another Aaron Boone. That's on the GM, man. This all goes back to Brian Cashman. I'm telling you right now, if this team doesn't win look, I'm even lowering the bar. If this team doesn't win a pennant and I hear one fucking person, I don't care if you're my closest friend, defend Brian Cashman, I'm not speaking to you. I can't trust your judgment.
Well, I mean, they haven't won the World Series and I have not backed off that he should not have returned this year.
Look, here's the problem with the organization. It's bad enough if they don't win a World Series, right? Right? That's bad enough.
Oh yeah.
That's not the worst that you're going to get. You want to know why?
Rizzo strikes out to end the inning. Fuck this team.
Because what's going to happen if they don't win a World Series, Christian? Is anything going to change? Do you doubt for 1 second that if they don't win the pennant, that Brian Cashman's still going to get offered a contract? I promise you. And I will do the most outrageous fucking thing if I'm wrong. But if they don't win a pennant, hopefully we don't get to see if I'm right or wrong. If they don't win a pennant, I promise you, Brian Cashman is still the fucking general manager next year.
Put it at 98% that he comes back regardless of what happens.
And that's the problem. And that's the fucking problem. Because all it does is prove that the Yankees, that Hal Steinbrenner, it starts from the top. Hal Steinbrenner wants 2 things: security, comfort, all that good stuff, all that cozy stuff, which Doesn't get any better than Brian Cashman for that. How long's the guy been with the organization? 20 plus years, almost 20 plus years.
1986, he started with the team.
Okay. Doesn't get much cozier than that. Guy knows what he's doing for the most part, right? He's, big name around the league. And the other thing is business model. Cashman puts out the best team to stay relevant. And then playoffs is just another crapshoot for them. As long as they hold on to all the prospects that fail through the system, as long as they hold on to all the prospects that he never lets fucking play, as long as that happens, they're happy, right? As long as they don't spend too much money and as long as they hold on to the fucking prospects that Brian Cashman doesn't even call up. As long as that fucking happens, Christian, this team's golden. And we root for it. And we root for it.
To be honest with you, I don't even get that worked up over what the payroll is anymore. I think it's
irrelevant
because the money could be spent a lot better. And I think that's what we talked about into the offseason. I mean, you look at this team as going to $270 million payroll to have this many question marks sitting in the middle of August is ridiculous.
Bro, do we not have more question marks after the trade deadline? I'm sorry. There's more question marks, and you wanted to give him a B grade at the deadline. There's more question marks now than there was before the deadline.
I had to be fair about it. I don't know if his moves caused a lot of these question marks. I think, like you said, that they're being exposed right now.
Do we have a stable rotation? Do we have a more stable or less stable rotation now than we did before the deadline?
I mean, do you want the numbers or do you want to go based on what you feel?
No, just based off tonight. I'm all about feelings. Okay.
I mean, in their
don't
last
care about your facts tonight.
Okay, well.
Okay. Just tell me what your gut feels.
I mean, on paper, you would say that you don't think that the rotation as good as it was, but I mean, so you're saying that, and nobody wants to we're not advocating for Domingo Germán. Nobody wants Domingo Germán, but he's allowed 2 runs in his last start, 2 starts combined. You're not, I mean, would you expect Jordan Montgomery to be any better than that? That's
the problem is you traded a guy that you just, even though he wasn't fantastic, he wasn't.
All right. Cole gets Peralta there.
He didn't blow you away, but he was dependable, man, on a team where you didn't have much to depend on.
Right. And in their minds, and again, I don't want to defend them, but in their minds, they thought they could get that out of Germán, which they haven't since the trade, which they have. Yeah,
that was a very nice pitch by Cole.
And we'll not to harp on the trades anymore, okay? But the problem with the Montgomery trade, not even that they didn't get the other pitcher that they thought they were going to get, whether it was Lopez or Rodon or whoever. It's the fact that he traded for a guy in a walking boot. That's what the problem is. If Harrison Bader was ready from day one, from the day of the trade, and we didn't have to look at Aaron fucking Hicks anymore, then you would not care about Jordan Montgomery going. That's the problem. That is what the problem is. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Look at what Brian Cashman has done this year. Okay. Look at the major moves that he's made, right? Josh Donaldson is a fucking waste of oxygen. Okay. He's a fucking waste. Whether or not you think that what he did was, we can go back to the Jackie show, whether or not you think he was being racist or just being a fucking prick, that caused a whole big fucking problem here. Okay. Because he's a douchebag. Okay. But if you're good, you ignore it. Problem is, he is not good. Okay. He has looked washed up, like completely fucking washed up. I don't even know how he has 11 home runs on the year when he can't hit an 88-mile-an-hour fastball down the fucking middle of the plate. Okay? What's the other part of that trade? Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Okay?
Isaiah. Sound like fucking Francesor.
I don't really care.
Isaiah.
Okay? Great. The Yankees' only win in
Falefa.
Boston came off the bat of Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Congratulations, Isaiah.
Say that one more time.
No.
Say it one more time, please. I really missed what you just said.
What?
The only what?
The only win they had in Boston?
Oh, okay.
came off the bat of Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Congratulations.
And a good defensive play as well.
Okay, great. Right? Great, Chris. Great.
Yeah. Gorilla.
But
he's good.
This is a guy that has been mediocre at best. Mediocre at best. That you took off $50 million of Josh Donaldson to get. That's what you did. I didn't do that. You did that. And then here's the coup de grace. You had a plan for your catching tandem this year. Mm-hmm. Where is Ben Rortvedt? Is he? I see.
Wait, because someone just said Cashman's best move has been Trevino. Let me tell you this. Guy's not even supposed to be here.
No, and we said this 100 times, and I'll say it 101st time. He gets no credit for trading for Jose Trevino. None. Zero.
No, Trevino gets all of that credit. Bro.
And here's Cole versus G-Man Choi.
Bro.
You know what? We'll figure out how this bat goes, but
okay.
I'll wait for my comments so the bat's complete.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Do GMs pay reporters to leak things that aren't true?
I'm going to get to something similar to that later on in the show.
Well, here's my question. If you need to come back to it, if it pertains too much to what you want to talk about.
No, it's similar, but not.
Well, here's my question, because
I was the fucking fastball, bro.
I was really ripping Cashman after the deadline, and you told me that Cashman supposedly offered Volpe for Ohtani and in the Soto deal.
Okay, that's what I had read from reporters. Okay.
My question is, how reliable do you think that is? How much of it is either A, these reporters gets greased, their pockets get fucking lined by Cashman?
How do you know it didn't come from LA?
To leak these things.
Could have came from LA.
Okay, fine. Or B, Cashman makes these deals to get them out, but knowingly not going to get it done.
All right, let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Why would Brian Cashman leak the information that the Washington Nationals don't think that Anthony Volpe is going to be a superstar?
The only motive I would have as a general manager,
get some 98 gas, and I just want to say this: the one good thing, if you
the last 2 weeks is Gerrit Cole's pitching.
No, the one good thing about Gerrit Cole's season is that he's done.
He got Choi.
He's done with G-Man Choi.
Yeah, like
he's done with G-Man Choi.
G-Man Choi's his bitch again.
And it's a shame. I think Cole's at 102. You bringing him back out?
Yeah, bro.
Well,
have you seen this fucking bullpen?
What do you? I mean, yeah, really. What do you have to lose at this point? But let's say Cole. Let's say he does go get Cole.
No, fuck him.
Let's say he does though, right? Let's just, for this argument's sake, let's say he goes and gets Cole at this point. Why is Gerrit Cole leaving this game trailing?
Because this team is a joke.
No, Aaron Hicks is a fucking joke.
Yeah, Aaron Hicks is responsible for the run given up and not scoring any runs in that inning. But guess what, Christian? Here's why it doesn't bother me anymore. Want to know why? Because guess who's going to be in the lineup tomorrow?
Well, because he's here for another 3.5 years. So
right. Does he have to be? Does he have to be?
No, he doesn't.
But he is, pal. And that's the team we root for. So either we can suck it up and root for him, or we can sit here and say we're rooting for one of the worst, most poorly run organizations we've seen in our lifetime, because they have the talent and all they needed to do was get a few pieces, and they failed to do that. So let's go back to what I was saying before. The only motive I could think of to pay off reporters to leak that shit is exactly what happened to me. Oh, he was willing to give up Volpe. Okay. So then maybe my criticism of him is wrong. But it goes back to Castillo, the one real deal they could have had for Volpe. But he didn't do it.
Excuse me. Again, what does he gain by letting the information out that his prize prospect isn't thought of that highly outside of his own organization?
Because
what is he?
It's not it's about what does he gain from people believing that he was going to give up Volpe for someone.
Yeah, but why would he let that part of the equation get out? That Washington thinks he's a fucking average player at best. Oh,
well,
God,
okay. So what was your answer to the Nationals thinking that?
Well, you weren't on the show that week, but Pete and I discussed it. And
talked about how fucking backwards the Nationals organization has been also.
Oh, look at that. In the hole here, Josh Donaldson. No, yeah, not even
My
close.
point is, I think you're reading into it too much. I'm talking just in general. Do you
that
think
we were saying that it's more likely that Volpe is what the Nationals think he is versus what the Yankees think he is?
Well, guess what? You know what the beauty of that is? We don't know, Christian. You want to know why? Because he's never stepped foot on a Major League Baseball field.
Yeah, and you won't know for another fucking 10 years.
And we don't have the and regardless, we don't have the pitcher we should have gotten because we want to prize a kid who's never stepped foot on a Major League Baseball field. And that's the truth.
No, and I said this. If you want to tell me that he is your one untouchable, which is fine, you trade everybody else in your organization. They did not want to do that. They could have still gotten Luis Castillo by holding back Volpe. They could have done it.
You think so?
I know. Come on. You don't think Peraza, Dominguez, Pereira, you don't make the trade, you would have had Medina, Walt, who went? It was West. Who went for Efros? Was that Wisniewski or Waldichuk? Whichever one didn't go for. You still had all the guys you traded for Montas. You could have added Peraza and Dominguez too. You could have made that deal.
Nope.
Look, and I don't want to take anything away from Frankie Montas because he looked really good in his second.
He has really good stuff. Regardless of what he does here, you can tell when a guy has really good stuff. Montas has very good stuff.
Cole looks like he's coming back out.
He better be fucking coming back out. And I'll tell you what, if Boone's going to try and go batter to batter.
That was just a terrible at bat from Andujar. Strikes out here.
I'm behind, so. Boone's going to have him go batter to batter. And I'm telling you right now, if he gets a guy on with 2 outs, he's going to fucking flip on Boone. He's not going to come out of the game.
No, he doesn't look happy. He doesn't look happy right now.
Hey, so what's going on with DJ? Because that last at bat the other night was miserable. Was he hurt?
Well, he is hurt.
I know, but did he get hurt in that at bat?
No, he must have been hurt for a while because they showed he's in a 1 for 18 right now. So something's definitely been bothering him.
Yeah, because he was hot for a while.
All right, and we're going to go to the top of the 7th here. The Yankees are still trailing 1-0 after Benintendi grounds out. I don't, for the life of me, understand why the Yankees can't hit fucking Yarbrough. This guy is he's a soft tossing junk ball lefty, and they never hit him. So let me get this straight. Now that the CDC says that there's no distinction between unvaccinated and vaccinated people.
Correct.
Okay.
Paul O'Neill's still home.
Paul O'Neill is still at home.
But he'll be there for Paul O'Neill Day.
He's not allowed in the booth. Not allowed in the booth. So they got to figure out how they're going to jimmy him in there. No current players are allowed.
What?
No current players are allowed on the field.
Bro, what would you know what I would say if I was fucking Paul O'Neill?
Fuck you. I don't even want it.
Doctor, go vouch yourself.
I mean,
it's not the Yankees' fault though, is it?
What?
That's a Yes Network thing.
Yeah, it is. It is what it is at this point, right?
But we can still be mad at the Yankees for it if you want.
Well, the Yankees are the ones that decided to have a fucking day for this guy, knowing he can't get fucking on the field.
Bro, what's the Yankees' record in the last 50 games?
Bad.
I got to find out. I keep wondering where my phone is.
In your hand?
I think I'm getting sick. Sucks.
Oh, you don't have to tell anybody nowadays.
If you make contact, you do not have to stay home. Let's see. They got to be under 500, no?
They've been under 500, yeah, for a while now, I would say.
Let's see. I don't know if anyone's.
Is he done? He can't be done. He's done. Oh my God.
What a fucking joke. What a fucking atrocity.
That's why he didn't look happy in the dugout. That's why he looked pissed off when Boone told him he was fucking done.
What a fucking disgrace.
Honestly, if I'm
This
Gerrit
team
Cole,
is.
I'm telling you right now, if I'm Gerrit Cole, I'm taking a shit in a fucking Aaron Hicks's locker right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm in the clubhouse taking a shit in Aaron Hicks' locker. And then when I'm done, I wipe my ass with fucking Isaiah kind of Falefa's fucking jacket that's in his locker, because those two guys cost Gerrit Cole the 7th inning here. Let's be realistic about it.
We're gonna go from the Houston series at home, okay?
Because that's kind of where they started to slide a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
So Loaisiga's taken over here in the 7th inning, which this is just not what I wanted to see right here. What are the Yankees and here? Wandy's up, so we don't even trust the Loaisiga to get through the fucking inning because we got Wandy Peralta up already. So if that was the case, why is Cole not going batter to batter? It's the bottom of the fucking lineup. All three of these guys are hitting under 200. You don't trust Gerrit Cole to get through this?
21-26 since that series.
Yeah, and it's really
that's 47 games. That's a serious chunk of time.
Well, that's a third of the year, pretty much.
Bro, this team is not good. Someone just said in the chat, I think they finished with 95 to 99 wins, which I can't argue. Think about how bad that is. They were on pace to win 118 games over a significant amount of time. We're not just talking about, a 10, 15 game stretch. This team was 38 games over 500.
Look, see, now if the Yankees lose this game by multiple runs, this is one you can hang on Aaron Boone. You're bringing in Jonathan Loaisiga in a 1-run game when you have Gerrit Cole clearly wanted to fucking pitch
102 pitches, bro.
He clearly wanted to pitch the 7th inning.
I'm behind. I have a 3-1 count.
No, that's what it is.
Man, really tough to watch.
The problem with the Yankees right now is they have nowhere to go to score runs. This team is in a complete and total slump. And
well,
Aaron Judge can't hit a home run every night. I know people think that he can, and even on nights that he does. So which will bring us to, I was starting to get into this a little bit while you were figuring out your technical difficulties, but they lose 2 out of 3 in Seattle. You don't like that. It was just a frustrating couple of games there. Cole goes toe to toe with Castillo. There's just the atrocious base running in extra innings, and then you get a good start out of Nestor. He gives up the home run, and then the Yankees come storming back. I think it was 3-1. He brings in Abreu, which, a lot of people are screaming DFA Abreu, which is fine. He hasn't been bad. He's actually been pretty good. The problem is that where you can get on Boone in a situation like that is you got to know that he's allowed 70% of his inherited runners to score. So you don't bring him in to clean up Nestor's mess there.
Oh, they do.
So they lose that game. They were pretty much in every game in St. Louis. They don't win any of those. You go to Boston. They got it there. It's 2-1 in the 9th inning. This is as much as much to do with the Yankees' struggles as anything, and that's walls will pop out here to Benintendi. This has much to do with the Yankees' struggles as anything. If Clay Holmes was first half Clay Holmes, you feel a little bit better about this team right now because they win.
They win a decent amount of games.
What would you say? They probably win 4 to 5 more games?
I'd say 5 or 6. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's fair. Look, here's my biggest issue with the Yankees. And I admit I don't watch a significant amount of other teams, but to me, the Yankees are just, look, losing's one thing, right? Some of those games in St. Louis were actually good games. But when the Yankees are bad, man, they're fucking boring. This team is so boring when they
Chris, it's
like
because
this.
They're not losing 8 to 7 games. They're losing 1-0 games, 2-0 games. They're boring because they're not scoring. You would even feel better if they were losing a bunch of 8-7 games where they were losing slugfest and their pitching just wasn't getting it done.
At least you'd see some life.
Well, that's what it is. It's the worst. That's what they always say. Lifeless teams they look lifeless because they don't score. So,
you couple that with your closer who was literally lights out all year, not being able to throw strikes and get outs. It's been brutal. And then what's worse, your guy that you fucking hate and don't want to see as the closer anymore is coming in the 7th and 8th inning and actually looking dominant again.
Well, I think he's up to 8 scoreless innings in a row now.
He looks good again.
This was what was interesting about Saturday's game. The only game that they won in Boston is that he went to Chapman in the 8th, and we're saying to each other, there's no way he's going to Holmes here. Like, he can't go to Clay Holmes in the 9th inning. And that's a good slider. That's the
Loizaga had to look better. Can't go to Holmes in the 9th.
He brings an Efros for the saves.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you rather Chapman?
Yeah, but I think you hit it right on the fucking head, man, when we were talking. You said if the Yankees do that, if the Yankees go back to Chapman, then you're telling me if nothing changes, he's closing out games in the playoffs again. And you can't have that. That's got to be your last resort. And that's where I'll credit the Yankees maybe if they're waiting even longer to do that. But at the same time, you're right. I mean, if he's been that good, man, I'm not going to contradict myself. I said I'd rather anyone else. And I understand he's been dominant, but I'm going to stick to that. I don't want, because this team's going to make the playoffs. Okay. So if that's the case, then let me see some other guys right now. Let me see if someone else has the balls to do it. Because I can't have my season end with Chapman smirking on the mound.
Right. I get it. But are you surprised it was Efros and not Chapman?
I'm shocked. But not because I disagree with it. I'm shocked because I thought it was actually the right move. And I'm shocked that the Yankees actually made the right move.
You're shocked that
Chapman wasn't the closer. That's all.
From a purely baseball, taking the fan emotion out of it, from a pure baseball perspective, and these fucking jerk-offs are doing the wave.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to them.
You'd rather... This team is in a fucking tailspin, and you'd rather entertain yourselves. So why even show up? You know how much money it costs to go to a fucking Yankee game, and this is what you want to do. And this is what you want to do with your time.
Do it at home. Yeah. Yeah. It's got to end. It should be banned from the stadium. So let's talk about 2 quick things. They're being brought up in the chat right now, and I think they're both pretty relevant and good topics.
Okay.
The first, a little less complex. Does this team hold on to the division?
They have to start winning some games, but yes, I believe they do because Toronto is not very good.
Don't you think it's sad that you have to say you believe they do? Weren't they up 14 games at one point?
15.
That's fucking disgraceful. That's disgusting. That you're saying, I think they do. And this team was 15 games up.
All right.
And
Well,
the division's not playing well.
Right.
Crazy.
That's why. That's why. And the first into Logic's music. Fuck Logic. I don't even know who that is. Do you know who Logic is?
Yeah, I think he's some white dude.
Oh yeah.
Who thinks he's black?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Good pick. See, that might have been the best Loizac looked in a while there. That was a good changeup too.
Well, I'm 10 minutes behind you, so I guess I'll see it in a second.
Where are the scores here?
It's J-Lo. All right, so second thing I want to bring up.
Well, Toronto's rallying here in the fifth. They got 2 on with 2 out there. They are trailing the Orioles 7-3.
Come on. Give me a fucking run here, bro.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, J-Lo had a great inning. Come out with some fucking.
I was giving you the fucking Blue Jays score.
I wasn't. I was still catching up on J-Lo's inning. All right, give it to me.
I just said they're rallying. They scored a run. They have 2 on and 2 out. It's 7-3 Baltimore in the 5th inning.
Wow, Baltimore's playing some good baseball, man.
They did have the third wild card there for a minute. They were actually in playoff positioning.
You owe me an apology.
Why? Oh yeah, fine. You were right. Maybe
I was right. I said that the fucking Orioles were going to be a team that gave people a hard time. They're better than I thought.
I'm a little upset that they traded Mancini. I am. I wanted them to try to make a run for this. They traded their closer too, I believe.
So the other thing I want to ask real quick. Again, this goes out to all the Cashman defenders. Where are the kids? Where are the kids?
Well, they're about 40 minutes from us in Somerset. Another couple hours.
What's going on? Why is Clark Schmidt down in AAA?
Well, he should be. I mean, he should be up here now.
Why is Peraza not the shortstop?
Oh,
What's going on?
IKF's dad will murder somebody.
Honestly, bro. Seriously, what is like? Again,
I can't even believe that. I honestly can't even believe I'm saying this. But call up Peraza to play shortstop and move IKF over to third.
Okay. He hits more than Donaldson.
And that's where he won his Gold Glove, if I'm not mistaken, at third base.
Hey, I'm fine with it. Yeah.
I can't.
Here's another one. Florial, not ready. I promise you. He's more ready than Hicks has ever been in his career. I promise you.
Well, there's one thing that I said before we came on here, and I said that 2 things. One, that Gerrit Cole could literally finish his Yankee career with a 12 ERA, and I would have been completely fine with it if he walked out to center field and fucking choked Aaron Hicks after he played that ball. Like literally just fucking
choked him. Just fucking. What's your favorite move from any wrestler all time?
Yeah, no.
What's your favorite move?
I'm very, you got to be partial to the Stone Cold Stunner.
Okay, you want him to Stone Cold
No, that's not
Stunner?
violent enough. That's a pro wrestling move. You need cooperation from your opponent to hit that maneuver. I want violence.
What about real life? Fucking, you surprise him.
I want him.
It'd be like a Will Smith moment where he just walks up to him in center field.
Fucking chokes him.
Yeah. Okay.
And the other thing is, and if you're in the chat, I love you, but I want to punch you in the face if you feel this way. Anybody that says that Miguel Andujar doesn't belong on a major league roster, it needs to be punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
Because how do we know that? How do we know that?
How do we know that he does belong?
That he doesn't.
That he doesn't belong?
How do we know that he doesn't? How do we know that? They call him up here. He plays a game. He sits 3 days. He plays a game. He sits 3 days. Somebody will come off the IL.
I want to know something. If anyone in the chat has a minute, can you please look this up for me? I want to know how many Rookie of the Years spent the next handful of years of their career in the minor leagues.
Well, he didn't win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he did. Oh, well, sorry. He was he should have won. Again,
Well,
should have.
He didn't pitch. He doesn't pitch.
Right. He should have, just like Judge should have won. You know what I mean.
Well, Judge did win Rookie of the Year. He didn't win MVP. Okay.
Yeah, I know. You know what the fuck I mean. Okay, so how many guys put up a rookie season like Miguel Andujar and then waste away in the minor leagues?
Well, he was hurt in 2019. I mean,
Yeah, but come on, bro. I mean,
that.
yeah, okay. So you're talking, I'm sorry, but you're talking about a guy who came up here and was way more competent than
I'm advocating for Miguel Andujar. The guy goes down to AAA rakes. He comes up here, he plays a day, sits 4 days, then he plays another day, sits another 9 days, and then whoever he was here to replace comes off the IL. How do you know he's not a major league? He doesn't have a major league bat. What have you seen out of him in the last 2 years that dictates that he doesn't get consistent playing time? Every time he comes up here, the Yankees should just leave him in the fucking lineup until it's time for him to go back down. They don't even do that.
So what do you got right now? 1-1?
I'm choking.
I know. I'm happy about it.
Maybe I shouldn't fucking come on here and say that another man should choke somebody else.
We got a group chat clap going. It's almost as bad as the wave. Just kidding. I love it. Keep it up.
Group chat clap.
Everyone's clapping in the chat right now. Yes,
because I'm choking.
Yeah.
Fuck all you.
No, for a rally, bro.
Oh,
I'm clapping because you're choking.
The same thing with Florial, right? What do the Yankees have to lose by bringing him up here?
I don't know, man. He's not ready.
He's not ready. Oh, he's not
ready.
He's not a major leaguer. How do you know that? Again, how do you know he's not a major leaguer?
Oh,
because he has 20 at bats in the last 3 years.
Yeah. Yep. He didn't get enough hits. He didn't get enough hits when he was up here for 3 seconds.
He's having his big breakout year in AAA. He's fine. He's healthy, which is one of the things that held him back as a prospect. He's healthy. He's having his big breakout year. He's got 20 at bats at the major league level. But people are like, "Oh, he's not ready. He's not a major leaguer." How do you know that? What has shown you that? And again, it's not like I'm telling you to play him over. That I was saying, don't go get Andrew Benintendi, play Florial, or you trying to say it's like you're looking at Aaron Hicks. You're looking at Aaron Hicks. What is the worst that Florial could possibly do that would make the Yankees any worse than they are with Aaron Hicks in the lineup?
Look, I got to go back to Andujar for a second because someone in the chat said, to be fair, Andujar had a serious injury after his rookie year, and that's what you said. But to be more fair, Christian, was Andujar not brought back up because of his injury? Or was it because of something else?
No, it was because the Yankees had Urshela at that point.
Okay, and what made Urshela the better choice?
Played better defense.
Right. It was his defense, which I never argued at that point. But then Andujar did something. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Andujar worked his ass off to become a very good, competent outfielder.
I mean, honestly, when you're struggling like that, you can't be fucking striking out on sliders that are not even they're out of the opposing batter's box.
Well, I'm behind. Oh boy. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is going to be a long 3 innings here.
I honestly, Hicks should not be in the on deck circle.
He will be.
He shouldn't be.
He will be. Look at IKF though. Look, I can't stand the guy. I think he sucks in the field. I do. I think he sucks. I think what they sold us, the player they sold us is nowhere near the player we got. However, I can't knock the 271 batting average.
It's empty though.
It's not all empty though.
No, it's empty.
He's had some big moments.
Oh, he had Saturday.
Yeah, but he's had more than that. Got to be fair. Someone's asking IKF's home run call. I think it was
He goes Ralph ... Kiner, Falefa, Isaiah, you're a player.
Yeah.
Because the people you're targeting know who Ralph Kiner is. So that was really hitting your mark there, John.
Doesn't make sense. Anyway.
Ralph Kiner?
Yeah, but it still doesn't make sense. Like, why? Just because his middle name's Kiner?
Yeah, because Ralph Kiner was a great hitter.
Okay. He's not Isaiah Kiner Falefa.
Yeah, and Isaiah Kiner Falefa will walk back to the dugout. Goodbye.
I don't even have to watch the game.
No, why even bother, Chris? If it's something important that I would want you to enjoy, I'll look at this. He's spinning around. Ooh. Yeah, and he's gonna throw his glove down. I'm so mad. Fuck you, Aaron Hicks. Then he ground. This might even been worse. I think that's worse.
Wait, Aaron Hicks got out already?
No, that's a replay.
Ugh.
And do you want to know something, bro? Do you want to know why I hate Aaron Hicks? Do you really want to know why I hate Aaron Hicks?
Why?
How bad has he been tonight?
Awful. Worst I've ever seen him.
I have the volume down low so I could talk to you, but I believe that Kay is bringing up his game-tying home run against Houston. Does it look like I give a fuck? Does it look like I care that he hit that home run at this point?
Who gives a fuck? Who cares what the guy's done?
Because the Yankees,
I loved him when he did it.
But this is my point about Hicks. By some miracle of God, if he was touched by the hand of Jesus right now and hit a home run, he would fucking sit there and pimp it like he was 2001 Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
That is why
it was 30-30.
That is why I hate Aaron Hicks.
Yeah.
I
hate him for more reasons than that, but
you don't know. You didn't know what he was. See, this is why I'm so much better than you as a host of the show.
Oh, for sure.
Is that I know what Aaron Hicks was referring to when he was talking about being a 30 for 30 guy. You don't.
What was it? Strikeouts and.
Well, no, he meant that he was going to have multiple 0 for 30 stretches this year.
Yeah. Maybe 30 of them.
Which would be impressive, honestly. That would be very impressive.
Bro, he's 5 for 51 now.
52.
52, sorry.
Don't shortchange him.
Bro, that's impossible almost. That's almost impossible.
You're rooting against this. I love this when I rip him on Twitter. You're rooting against Aaron Hicks. Nobody is sitting here hoping this guy fucking puts.
No, I want him to hit a home run right now.
More than I do. But the fact of the matter is he's fucking hopeless.
But here's what happens. It gets to the point where he's so bad for so long. And it's like you're at the edge and you're going, he can't play anymore. This is it. And you're like, maybe the Yankees are finally going to cut ties. Maybe, because he's so bad. And then he hits a big home run. And then you're like, there's another 3 months of Aaron Hicks easily.
Then he 5 for 53. And we'll
fucking waste.
And we'll go to they're booing. I can hear it.
His wife should be packing up the kid and getting the fuck out. Please. Get away from this man. Trust me. Everything he touches goes to shit.
We'll go to the 8th here. Yanks trailing 1-0. If the Yankees don't score in the 8th inning, we might as well just wrap it up because they got top of the lineup with Judge coming up, and
yeah,
that's their only hope.
That's all we need to see. Honestly. So how does this end, man? I mean, do you think we see another? I'm not saying the Yankees are going to be this bad for the rest of the year.
They might be now at this point. I don't know. I'm scared.
Do you think that we at least see another decent stretch? Like a pretty dominant stretch?
It should have been today. I mean, if you can't win a game when Gerrit Cole is pitching, then he's pitching let's be honest. The guy should have taken a shutout through at least 7 tonight.
I got it. Look, you have to, when you rip guys the way we'll rip into guys, you got to give credit where it's due. And Cole's been everything you want to see since the last time I ripped him, at least when I said he had to come out there and pitch well. His last 2 starts have been very good.
He's allowed 1 run in his last 13 innings, and it's a very suspect run tonight.
They didn't call that an error?
He didn't touch the ball.
Okay. First of all, I don't agree with that ruling.
I'm just telling you.
But I'm just saying, I don't think that that's in the rule books, that it says if the player doesn't touch the ball, it's automatically not an error. I think that's just like an unwritten rule. That's a fucking error.
Well, no shit, but they didn't call it one.
What was it before we came on air? That was it Pete that gave the oh no, it was before we even came on the meeting here that I heard Kay say it. I think. Did you hear the probability rate of 95%. Catching that ball? And he didn't catch it, and that's the 1 run. I'm not putting that on Cole. I don't care if it's a ding on his ERA. I'm not putting that on Cole. And I'll be the first one to fucking rip Cole because I really didn't like how he at first kind of seemed like he was going to lose it again. He started to, what did he do? He gave up the run. He walked a guy. And I was like, here we go. Gerrit, fucking classic Gerrit Cole getting fucking in his own head. But he came out and did the job.
Wise is out here for another inning here, and he's going to get a lead. Oh, no. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay. IKF makes the play. You always got to hold it in when IKF.
How many more errors does IKF have if Anthony Rizzo is not his first baseman or DJ? Because I got to give DJ credit over there.
Apparently, he doesn't have they're going to get him now. So he got 4 outs. They're going to bring in Peralta here.
Hey, good job, J-Lo.
2 of the next 3 batters are lefty. Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I'll take a little bit more of this anemic offense if at the very least I get good pitching. The pitching scares me more than anything else because in the postseason, man, we need these guys to step up. We need this bullpen to be dependable. We need Gerrit Cole to be like a fucking ace. So at the very least, I'll take the good pitching. But man, this offense has disappeared. How much of it do you think is Stanton not in the lineup?
Some of it, sure.
I think it's a lot more than people give credit for. I think Stanton is that big of a game changer at this point because you have to remember something. Before the last 2 years, he's been hurt for how long? When he's healthy and hitting, this offense is completely different.
Well, yeah, you have a second guy that you're truly afraid of in the lineup.
I mean, how many times has Donaldson batted cleanup in the last month?
I mean,
too many?
Has it happened more than twice?
Probably, yeah, I think so.
Then it's too many.
Too many. And how many more times is Benintendi going to bat 6th, 7th? What are we doing?
That's what I'm saying. Right now, the way that who they have available to them with no LeMahieu and no Stan, where guys are in a lineup are kind of inconsequential, except for Benintendi. That's the one thing that you can control, and you're not controlling.
Yeah. And look, people are saying, Stanton makes a positive impact, but he doesn't single-handedly win the games. Yeah, sure. But how many times have we seen the Yankee look? There's the Yankee offense right now is fucking 2-dimensional. And when he's in there, he adds so many different aspects to this lineup. It's not just him. Okay. It's the depth he adds. It's the pressure pitches he puts on the pitcher, on the pitcher's arm. It's everything. It's protecting the guy in front of him. It's the guys behind him. It's everything.
Look at a guy like Anthony Rizzo hitting in between those 2 guys. You don't think that makes Anthony Rizzo a better hitter?
Of course. Of course it does. And it's a lot more difficult to pitch around Aaron Judge when 2 batters later you're going to have Stanton coming up. So it changes a lot. Having depth in a lineup like this, when you don't have a lot of guys making contact, you really fall apart when you don't have the scary guys at the top of your lineup. Aaron Judge isn't even that scary when you have the guys following him not hitting, because you could just pitch around him. How many shit pitches have we seen Judge? And you got to say he's not really seeing the ball that well, or he's just pressing because he's swinging at pitches he doesn't normally swing at. So it does a lot, man. Stanton not being in this lineup does a lot more than just what he does himself.
Well, look, if we notice it, I'm sure Aaron Judge notices it, that if he doesn't hit a home run, his team doesn't score. So
yeah, it's just like Gerrit Cole going out there and not getting runs behind him, giving up that one run, whether it's Hicks' fault or not. He kind of goes out of there knowing he might lose.
Let's see what Peralta does here coming out.
Wandy came in and did a really good job. What game was that?
I mean, 99% of the games that he pitches.
No, it was like recently. It was a big spot he came in.
I don't remember.
And if there's one thing I would do differently in our grading, because I think my grades were dead on. People ripped me for them. My grades were dead on. And the only one I think that was very, very off was my Wandy Peralta grade. I would grade him an A.
Did I give Wandy an A?
That was an emotional call because I was really pissed off at the team and he had pitched really poor the night before.
I had the chart out. I don't know what I did with it now. All right. Don't lose this guy. You had him up in the count and no, fouls it off.
It's a good pitch though. I'm pitch behind you.
Okay. So the Yankees, they're home. You would hope that they would start winning again while they're home. I think they're like 40. Let's look it up here. I want to say they're like 41-17 at home this year,
which is shitty because last I checked, they were like 41-12.
They haven't lost 5 in a row at home, Chris. Let's be realistic. Wandy gets Lau. Is that Lau or Low? Who cares? Okay. Of course, it's not on that bat because, why would the MLB app have the fucking home and away records for a baseball team?
I can get it for you. All right. I can get it for you. All right. Okay.
Yeah, Walker Buehler is going to be done for the year. That's a big loss for the Dodgers there. But they got Joey Gallo now, so
they're 41-15.
Okay.
And I believe last I checked, they're 41-12.
They have not lost.
So maybe they're 40-12. I'll tell you right now. Tell you right now. They lost.
They lost two out
of the last 3.
They lost 3 out of the last 4 at home.
Okay, so I was right. They're 40-12.
Okay. You made it seem like that they lost 4 in a row at home, which they didn't. Okay. Joey Gallo hit a home run off of the position.
Of course he did, man. Look, it doesn't matter. Joey Gallo is going to be a hero in LA. Doesn't matter. He's fucking weak.
Rizzo makes the all right. This is where the Yankees have to do damage in the 8th inning. They got 1, 2, 3 coming up here.
I wish I could watch more live.
Unfortunately, the Yankees are on Apple TV on Friday night.
Ugh. Good. Better reason not to watch.
You know what? The commentary for the game is absolutely atrocious, but they do a wonderful job with the visual presentation of the game.
Who?
Apple.
Yes, they do. I'll give them that. The commentary's
it's fucking
unbearable.
Atrocious. Can I rip the Mets while we're in commercial?
Do whatever you want to say, whatever you want to say about the Mets, but I don't think I'm going to join you. Okay. Because what? Why are you mad? Because they actually know how to build a winning team.
No, I'm not even mad at the Mets. I'm not even mad at the Mets being a winning ball club. I'm mad at the notion that we're supposed to be upset by it.
Oh, of course not.
I remember back to when the Yankees got swept in Citi Field while I was on vacation. And I'm just saying to myself, okay, congratulations. You guys won a couple of games, you know, and you got Met fans are trying to throw a fucking ticker tape parade for it. Okay. And then ever since then, it's like this. You were talking about do GMs grease reporters to get things out there? Well, Steve Cohen's got billions of dollars. I got to start questioning whether or not Steve Cohen is paying off the media to write these fucking stories about the Mets versus the Yankees. There is literally nothing from the furthest thing from my fucking mind than what the Mets are doing at any given time. But again, today, Bob Clappish, another guy that we had on the show,
another cuck,
writes an article, headline, Mets are better than the Yankees and Yankee fans need to admit it. Fuck you. What do I need to admit? What do I need to admit? Why do I have, first of all, why do I have to admit that?
Bob Cuckish.
It's like all year long, this whole goddamn narrative is being pushed about. I read an article the other day that said the Yankees are in this massive slump, but the biggest thing that they need to overcome is taking back New York. What did the fucking Mets win? What did the Mets win exactly? A couple games in July? When are they fucking hanging the banner for that? Oh, the Mets have a better record on August 15th. When are the rings being handed out for that?
Bro, can you just be positive right now? Our leadoff hitter is up. Our leadoff hitter with what's his OPS in the last month? 200?
95.
Come on, man. Come on, man. It's not a joke. You know, the thing.
And then another guy we had on this fucking show, Sal Licata, who on this show,
what did he say?
On this show, Chris, to our faces, said this to us. Even though I'm a Mets fan, I want to be like Mike and the Mad Dog and be a respected voice for the Yankee fans. And ever since he said that, he has done the exact opposite of that, sitting there on SNY debating whether or not Edwin Diaz has had a better season than Aaron Judge has had.
What?
Actually, that was actual fucking debate where he's sitting there with the skifusa with the fucking purple hair from Apple TV, and Glaber's going to lead off with a single there.
Okay, great. I'm 3 pitches behind. Hey, nice piece of hitting right there. What do you do with Judge? You bunt him?
Yeah, you bunt here. Where you could have actually, at that point when they were having this conversation, you could have actually made the case that Clay Holmes was having a better year than Edwin Diaz. But no, they want to push it that Edwin Diaz is having a better year than Aaron Judge.
Yeah, that's smart. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You're going to know this before me. If you're Judge, do you take till you get a strike or do you jump on the first pitch?
If it's where you want it, you swing at it.
I think you're sitting on a fastball right down the plate right now.
If it's what you're looking for, you swing at it. No, you can't.
I think you're sitting fastball right down the plate. They're going to try and get ahead and then get him to nibble the rest of the at-bat.
Whatever it is that he's looking for.
I think it's going to be right down the fucking plate, man. I'm behind, so I don't know.
There's a slider called strike on the inside corner.
He could have roped this fucking pitch. That's a great pitch.
No,
that's a great pitch. Well, I'd be shocked if you saw anything close to the zone. You might see a high and away fastball.
Then you should porch it.
You might see a high and away fastball if you get deep in the count. But I'm not throwing anything close. Oh, man.
He's pitching him tough.
Those are 2 good pitches.
He's going to go away now, and Judge is going to strike out.
Those are 2 fucking, here's my dick in my balls, and you can try and hit him. You go to sleep if he strikes out here. I hate that I'm behind. I hate this.
Judge, everyone just missed off the corner. You really could have made the case that he could have given this to him.
I got to give the umpires a little credit, dude. They finally have gotten a little bit better with Judge.
But that's exactly where I thought that pitch would be, low and away.
That's a great pitch. If I'm the umpire, I'm ringing him up there.
Yeah, they've been talking about that since the last couple of games have been. Fuck.
Double play.
Yep.
God damn it. He hit that ball good too. Fuck. Man.
That's the second double play of the game.
Hey.
Nah, he didn't really hit that well.
But even when he doesn't hit it well, it looks like he hit it off the barrel. Yeah,
you could see
end of the bat. He pulled it.
He was flying open a little bit.
Nice turn. Fuck you, Thompson. Fucking loser. You're a loser.
You know, I'm tired. We just got to sit through this shit right now.
It's brutal, man. It's brutal. What are you going to do?
I don't know. Is the chat happy?
Like if they pull this shit into October, is there a switch that's flipped? Is this team getting complacent, or are they just not as talented as we thought?
See, you know what? I saw that after last night's game that people were saying the Yankees are coasting because they built this big lead. They're coasting. I don't buy that, dude.
No, because the best record is very important to them. Not even
that saying that part that the best, but how can you make the case that they're coasting when they've been this bad? It's not like they're playing 500 baseball,
right? Where
you could say that, oh yeah, okay, they are coasting. They're terrible. This isn't coasting,
bro. This team was winning at like a 72% clip. Okay, coasting would have been 580 winning percentage.
Right. That's what I was saying. If they would have dropped down to like a fucking 500 winning percentage.
But this is we said it at the beginning of the show. They're the second worst team in baseball over the stretch. Really the worst team, because the Tigers don't even count as a fucking baseball team.
No, I mean, if you're being compared with the Tigers, then you're the worst.
You're the worst. How do you go from being that good? It's not like they were just good. It's not like they were even just great. They were historically good. And now they're this bad.
It's I get you. This is beyond the market correction. Judge, you know what Rizzo's saying to him right now? You know what? I know where you fucking live. There's going to be a fucking horse's head in your fucking bed, and I'm going to fuck your wife. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. What if his wife's dead? Fuck your dead wife?
No, that's crossing the line now.
I don't know.
No, that's crossing the line.
I don't know. I don't know if it is. Not when you're fucking Italian.
So Italians are necrophiliacs now?
Yeah. Is that what it's called? What? You sound like you watched a documentary on that.
You know, necrophilia?
Only someone who watched a documentary on that knows what that is.
Okay, well.
Or you watch too much Unsolved Mysteries. They exhumed the body and fucked it.
No, I don't think they've ever had that story on Unsolved Mysteries.
She seemed like she was fucked.
Jesus.
My little nephew listens to the show. So it's great. Whatever, man. If your dad lets you watch this shit, you might as well just listen to the worst of it.
I mean, yeah, if your dad's letting you watch Yankee baseball right now, you might as well listen to Chris talk about fucking dead bodies.
Yeah, man. If you're listening, man. This is it, man. This is real man shit. What's it called? Necrophiliac?
Wait,
ask your dad if he knows what a necrophiliac is.
Don't ask your dad that. A little too quick there. Rizzo had a pitch he could have probably porched there. A little too quick. Fouls it off.
Oh my God. Damn. I'm not even watching. I'm just waiting to hear you scream or for the chat to start going crazy because I'm too far behind.
That's another pitch he could have probably did some damage with there. Fouls it back. Still 0-2 on Rizzo here.
And
he could have.
This past weekend was such a good time to turn the season back around. You're in Fenway. You're playing the shitty Red Sox.
That was the Red Sox first win, series win versus the division opponent this year.
Yeah, I know. Man, such a good time.
We're going to the ninth inning.
Unreal.
Sorry to break it to you.
Unreal. Whatever.
The Yankees are going to win. They're going to win on a walk-off. Fuck you, Michael.
Yeah, fuck him. Whatever. I'm over it. I'm over it, guys. Just know one thing. One person called it. Right here.
All right.
No one was as brutal on Brian Cashman through it all, even when they were playing well. No one was as brutal on Brian Cashman than I was. Even when they were 38 games over 500, I said they're winning in spite of him, not because of him. And everyone went, what do you mean? He's the best. I love him. Yeah. How's this team look? Look like a team you're confident putting out there in October? Nope. Nope.
It's hard to say, honestly. It's hard to say. Look, we all want to lose Castillo. We all thought that was the guy. It's hard to say this team would be any better with him right now.
But bro, it's not just okay. Here's my thing. Even the best teams are going to go through bad stretches, right? My thing is that here's the problem with this bad stretch now. At least you could have come out of the trade deadline and said, look, in a bad stretch, but when we turn this thing around, when we start heading into October, we have two of the best pitchers in baseball paired up with Cortez. Maybe you still have Monty in there, maybe. And you say, yeah, this sucks, but you know what? They're going to come out of it. They got fucking Luis Castillo and they're ready to go. But no, now they're in a bad stretch still and we're questioning everything. Nothing was answered.
I don't understand how Gerrit Cole is sitting on this bench and has not committed murder yet tonight, honestly.
Maybe he doesn't want it as bad as you thought. Nah, I can't rip Cole right now. Cole's been one of the bright spots. It's been bad, man.
This is worse than last year.
Well, yeah, because like I said, I mean, they were historically good. This wasn't just like a team that was. See, it's so tough for me to say they were playing out of their minds and playing better than they actually are. I'm not saying they weren't, but my point is, you say that about a team that maybe goes 25-5 over 30 games, right? Maybe you say that. This team put together a stretch of season.
Weren't they like 50-19? Wasn't it like that?
It was insane. It was insane. The season they started out. It wasn't just a team that was out there playing better than they were. It was a team that was, if they were playing better than they were, they were faking it till they made it.
I'm begging. I am fucking begging Gerrit Cole to do this one thing.
Use spider tag?
No, not spider tag. If the Yankees do not win this game, please smash fucking Aaron Hicks in the head with a chair.
Please, just go to jail. We don't even care. Go to jail.
I will
take one for the team.
I will pay your bail if you do that.
Can I say something? Dude in the chat, Will Starr, he said, who's the leader on this team? I've been saying this since Jeter left. I love Aaron Judge, man. And what he's doing on the field, yes, he's leading the team on the field. by example. He's playing out of his mind. But I just don't have confidence in him as an actual leader of this team.
Who's this?
Aaron Judge. You can't look, a true leader doesn't let a team go out there and just look like fucking garbage. Not when they're this talented, at least.
What do you want him to do, though?
I don't know, bro, but he just doesn't feel. I'm not trying to rip Aaron Judge. I'm really not. Aaron Judge is the fucking man. And I hate the Yankees for not signing him. But he just doesn't feel like a leader. He feels too timid.
I don't get that sense from him.
What kind of sense of a leader do you get out of him?
He's more he's more a quiet leader.
Okay, we're in New York, dude. You ever heard of a quiet leader in New York?
Yeah, I rooted. They're two of my all-time favorite athletes, you dickhead. They won 7 combined titles.
Derek Jeter was a quiet leader?
Yeah, did you ever see him going there yelling at people, getting in their faces?
Oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that, but you didn't question that Derek Jeter led this team. I question that a little about Judge. I really do. Is Judge the first person out of the dugout every time they have a walk-off? Well, no, it's usually Judge hitting the walk-off.
Well, there you go. So you answered your own question.
Yeah. You know what I mean. I just don't see it out of Judge. I'm sorry. Hey, you can rip me all apart if you want. I don't care.
Rip him. I love
the guy. I love Aaron Judge. He could be a not leader. I don't care. I love him. But he's not a leader.
Okay, Chris.
I'll change my mind when they win a World Series.
He's not a leader because I fucking said he's not a leader.
Have they won anything?
That's not his fault.
Does his team more times than not just look like a fucking mess?
Is that his fault?
No, but he could help a little.
Right, because he's having a historic year that he's about to break a record that stood for 61 years.
What has Judge done that you feel he's a leader? Here's a better question. What did Jeter do that you felt he was a leader?
Okay. Why? Because he won a World Series?
No. I'm asking you genuinely. I'm not trying to get like a gotcha answer. I genuinely want to know what Jeter did. It's a tough question to answer because I don't know if I can answer.
What did you see Jeter do?
No. Don't turn the question on me. I'm asking you genuinely. I just said to you, I don't know if I could. It's not that easy to just list things. Do you doubt that Jeter was a leader?
No, I don't doubt that he was a leader.
Why?
No.
Outside of winning the World Series that he won.
Because
what did he do that showed you that that didn't make you question it?
He led by example.
That's it?
We're not in the clubhouse, bro. So how am I supposed to know what he did behind closed doors?
Well, the way he said certain things to the media, did he ever say anything that you felt he made the Yankees hold themselves accountable?
What are you going to give me an example?
No. I told you I'm not. This isn't a gotcha fucking question.
Well, that's the thing. What does he say? What does Judge say? What does Jeter say? They give you the most boring, bland answers.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the Yankees. I don't know if it's just changed with the culture, but like, you ever notice there's just no accountability anymore? It's always just like, yeah, guys are close.
That's not Aaron Judge's fault. That fucking
bro. Can you just put Aaron Judge aside for 1 second? Okay,
I'm
sorry for ripping on your best friend.
You fucking brought it up.
Just in general, how many times has Boone come out and said, "Yeah, we look like shit, and we need to turn it around, or else guess what? Our season could be in the gutter." Does he ever say that? I'm not saying to throw guys under the bus.
That's not what he's paid to say, though.
Right, because we live in a world now. Like Aaron, I'm sorry if I'm Aaron Judge, I'm doing a press. We're disappointing right now, and it's unacceptable.
We don't need any more press
guys on this team, including myself, need to start turning it around and winning ball games.
We don't need any more press conferences, okay? The less that's said is better.
I don't watch. I haven't watched. I've watched one post game, maybe one all year. Want to know why? Hold on, Jacob, in the chat here. I'm not in any way saying it's Judge's fault.
It sounds like it.
No. Why the fuck? Judge is the only reason this team is fun to watch.
Well, not tonight.
I've always questioned Judge's role as a leader on this team. I always have. And maybe it's unfair.
I think it is unfair.
Maybe it's unfair because I say it all the time. You don't know what happens behind closed doors. You don't know what Boone says to the team. You don't know what Judge does. It could be completely unfair. But guess what? As someone who doesn't see behind closed doors, do you know the only way I can know that I'm wrong? What's the only way to prove me wrong?
I don't know, Chris. What is it?
Winning a fucking World Series.
Again, does he put
How
a
about
pitching
winning a
staff
pennant?
together? Does he put a pitching staff together?
I don't know, dude. He plays on a team that was had one of the best starts in the history of baseball.
And he's continued his historic run. So that's his fault. The rest of the team has went to shit. You're not making sense here tonight.
No, but hold on a second. We say Jeter's a winner, right? Jeter's a winner. So what are you saying? Jeter just played on really good teams and that was it? It had nothing to do with him as a leader?
He gets some of the credit, sure.
Has some, right. There you go. That's all I'm saying. I want to be able to say Judge was a winner.
Okay.
That's part of being a leader.
I also think Brian Cashman was a lot better at his job when Derek Jeter was
you want to know why?
baseball.
Thank you for bringing that up because I meant to bring this up before and we got sidetracked with the game. Well, I know when Brian Cashman was great. When he had a boss that he knew he had zero consequences and blank checks to write. Brian Cashman has been fucking abysmal. I'll say it again. Fucking abysmal. Since we rebuilt, had prospects. Not only have the prospects failed that he's brought up, he's failed to nurture them and bring them up when he should. He doesn't trade them for the right players. And we're constantly in a loop of, we can't afford this guy. Or we can't trade off this prospect because he's the future. How many fucking years are we going to do it? And Jacob, again, I'm not trying to rip on you here, but he's saying Jeter had so much more talent around him. How much more fucking talent do you want than right now? How much more talent can you have on a baseball team?
I don't know. This lineup's pretty pathetic right now. Without Stanton and LeMahieu, and then look at the bottom of this lineup. You can't compare this to a 1990 late 90s Yankee team. Come on.
I hate that I have to go down and say Cashman sucks now, because you know what? Give the guy credit, whether you want to or not, whether you want to say George let him spend all the money, doesn't matter, man. This team, we were spoiled in the 90s. We were. But sometimes people overstay their welcome. And it's just Cashman's, it's just time to go.
Yeah, it's a big spot in the game here. Trevino's coming in here, 2 on, 2 out. The Yankees obviously cannot afford to let another run score.
What do you think happens?
Fuck do I know? IKF needs a cleanup in the back. He's got a lot of hair on his neck. Definitely needs a cleanup there. Okay.
Aaron Hicks still out there. He's there for defense.
I don't even know if they have another. Oh, Will Castro's on the team. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. I would love to know what Aaron Hicks has to say about that play. Why he didn't catch the ball.
There's no other excuse other than you just had your head up your ass.
Yep, that's the game right there.
There's no one else out there available.
Who?
Jesus Christ. And then the worst part with Hicks, the second the ball's hit to him, the guy's scoring from anywhere with 2 outs. If it's hit to Hicks with 2 outs, guy's scoring from anywhere.
Yeah, that's a slider that just sits there, Siri, flicks into center field, and the Rays will take a 2-0 lead here.
It's over. See ya. Turning it off. Fucking joke. They're a joke. You know what I call teams like this? Frauds.
It's been very frustrating to watch this. There's just, and now Abreu's up for what reason I don't know, because if he doesn't get one of the next two batters out, why are you even making a fucking pitching change at that point? The game's over now. I mean, if he doesn't get one of the next two batters out, I mean, what are we even doing?
Wild. I'm over it.
It's just the whole tenor around the team has changed, dude. Like the first 3 months of the year, the Yankees could have been down 4 or 5-0 going into the ninth inning. You knew you thought they had a shot. Once that run scores, I mean,
I'm just deflated, man. I don't know what else to call it. I really don't. Hey, get those likes up. 3 away from 100. I'm just deflated, man.
We'll see where this game takes us. If the Rays score another run, we'll sign off. If not, then we'll stick to see what the Yankees do in the ninth inning here. So while Trevino sets here to make the 1-1 pitch. That's a good pitch there. That's the way he should have thrown the fucking Siri. But yes, please get the likes up, smash the like button, get us to 100. Everybody in the chat, if you haven't subscribed to NYYNewsTV, we crossed 10,000 subscribers over last week. We did that. 10,000 subscribers. That was the first big plateau we were looking to hit. So I know there's. And Trevino up 1-2 in the count, hits Mejia on the foot with a slider, so that's good. I know there's some membership deals now. I'm sure Pete's talked about that in some of his lives. I'm not completely sure exactly what's going on with that, but I did record a quick take on Wednesday. Might have been Wednesday. So that's there. I know Francis did one. So look out for those as part of your membership. For being a member of the NYYNewsTV channel here. Also follow us on Twitter at NYYST_podcast. Go to patreon.com/NYYST for exclusive content there from us. So, and please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the NYYST podcast on Apple Podcast. Okay, do that. Leave a 5-star rating and review. Remember, you're giving us a 5-star rating and review. You're not giving the Yankees a 5-star rating and review here. So this is pretty much the ball game here. I mean, if Yandy Diaz knocks in a pair of runs here, we're signing off and we're going to bed because there's absolutely no chance for the Yankees to come back. If Trevino gets out of this, we'll stick around and see what the Yankees do in the ninth inning. So
it'll probably be quick. So you should hang around.
Diaz did not like the strike one call there. Okay, he's down in the zone. Looked like a pretty good pitch, but okay, he's upset.
Wild.
Yep, that's it. That's the game right there. Diaz singles through the first base hole. That is 2 in. That's 4-0, and I think we can close the book on this show here. So I don't know.
So fuck the Yankees, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. So. We do appreciate your continued support of NYYST and the NYYNewsTV. Hopefully it turns at some point here, but I just don't know anymore. Hopefully things will be better when we talk to you next week. But until then, thank you very much for your continued support. Thank you for listening and watching episode 294 of the podcast. Chris, say goodbye.
Before it hits the front page,